Hello, everybody, and welcome to a live episode of Rantz. It's Crisandro, of course, and you know my I could say right there, partner right here, Bill. Today is the live draw for the FA Cup fourth round and fifth round. It's going to be a unique one this season, obviously because of the extenuating circumstances. So they're going to do two draws today. And after our victory against Marine yesterday, I guess we're all looking forward to this one. Hello, Bill. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the draw. And after yesterday's win, you know, it's a good morale booster, really, because we played really well. And as you say, the FA Cup this year, it's all different due to the circumstances. So, you know, I think all teams have had to just roll with the times in terms of preparing for these type of games.
Yeah,
Because things can change very quickly.
that is true. That is true. And well, let's talk about the game yesterday when we took on Marine. What did you think of it?
I
I mean, I
thought we
suppose
played
we
well.
just did it as we expected it, really, didn't we? So,
I expected a win. Whether you say, predictions, I was predicting maybe 3 or 4-0. We won 5-0. The performance was very good, and the team. I think I said that we've put out a strong team to show respect to Marine, which we did. We showed them a lot of respect by putting out as strong as we could, really, a team, and we played well. Marine could have taken the lead from if they'd scored, and end of the day we won. Some players got a run out. A few young players made good impression, and a few players played who we thought were on the sidelines, like for example Jedson. I think he played out of position. Because the lineup made sure he's playing on the left or the right up front, but I think he was more central.
Because they pretty much answered my question there because he was getting a bit of stick from some of the fans really for his performance. But as you were saying, I always thought he was a central midfielder, but he's played in every other position at Spurs but central midfield. But he came on and played left mid, well, almost left wing for a point, and then obviously didn't pull up trees there. But when he moved further and further centre, we actually saw some of his quality, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Yeah. There is quality there. You can't say he hasn't got quality. He hasn't been used in the right position. He's hardly been used.
Yeah.
Still a young player. It's hard to say because some fans don't realise we haven't signed him. He's on loan. They're saying things like, "When are we going to get rid of him?" And I think it was on Twitter I said that he's on loan at the end of the day. So he's there for when we need him, and I think he did well. It's hard because he's been playing out of position. Even when we signed Sissoko, he was a right winger from Newcastle. We started playing on the right wing when we had one of our managers, and over time we found out he's actually a central midfielder. Always has been. Yes, guys have to adapt, but I don't think Jedson is a wide player or even an attacking player really. So yeah, I think our central midfield did well up front. He took his chances, Carlos, and even Deli had a good game. Yeah, Deli had a good game, which is good for him. And the only way he can get back on the starting lineup is for him to play and to perform. Because end of the day, Jose, he picks who he wants. If he doesn't like you, he wouldn't be playing you.
And also welcome to another one of our admin team, Shoops. How you doing, man?
Hi guys.
Hi there.
I was going to say that well, I know you mentioned Jedson and a few other players there. One player that did shine, of course, young, 16-year-old, making his debut, his first team debut for us. Of course, it is. What did you think of the young guy?
I thought he did pretty well. He did well. He's 16 years old, and when he scored, he couldn't believe it. He thought
Good old Alfie.
Yeah, he thought it was in a dream or something, but yeah.
Oh yeah, I did like this beaming face there. That was brilliant. It was brilliant. Just seeing how happy he is. Shobes, did
Yeah,
you
it's,
enjoy
it
the
was
game?
amazing. Yeah, it was a bit. I kind of felt bad for their goalkeeper though, because he looked like his heart was being broken every single time we scored. So, no, I mean, and although the Joe Hart thing was, I don't know what was funnier, the Joe Hart almost letting them score a goal, or that guy. There was a geezer. He actually had his arm at one point around Jurgen Klopp cutout.
I saw
Yes,
that. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I said maybe I was imagining things. But that was I'm sorry, but that was just. I found that creepy, but that's just I don't understand. I don't understand the colour. Look, I honestly, my friends use it different. He replaces the L with an N, but I don't understand the colour of Liverpool.
It's it is. Well, I suppose
I don't know. I don't know where you're going with that. I don't know where you're going with that, Chris. But,
well, it is a. Well, I suppose it was good to see Klopp looking on, seeing how the other side of this title battle performs. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting FA Cup, this one, isn't it? It's obviously the year ends in one, and with all that carries.
Well, for the last 20 years, it hasn't been shit for the last 20 years.
That's true. That's true.
What
It's kind of
I
like
can say about Alfie Devine, though, is that I say one thing, though. This is a kid that he had his pick of Premier League teams that wanted to look at him. He could have stayed up north. Kids from Warrington. He's playing in Wickham. So he could have easily stayed up north. I think his family, I think some of his family, but obviously I think most family's family have moved down, but some of his family is still based up there.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't have done that unless he could see a progression. Because I don't know how it works in terms of, obviously Spurs would never try and bribe the parents of a young child ever. That would be illegal. I said never. Why do people always laugh when I say such things? But,
it's never happened with Spurs at all. Never.
No, but what I do think though is that right now, a lot of I've said to anyone, I remember seeing someone say, look, if you have a chance, your kid's at Watford, stay at Watford, because he's more likely to play at Watford. This is years ago. They were in the Premier League then. That you're more likely to get your child playing for the first team than you would if he was a Premier League side. And I'm not saying, but obviously this doesn't fit because Mourinho doesn't play children. I mean, people like Verratti, Varane, do you know what I mean? James Tomine, he doesn't play kids, clearly.
Yeah.
No.
That's is the thing they said about Mourinho, isn't it? And obviously proves everyone wrong time and time again. The draw is now taking place as we speak.
It is now. See Peter Crouch, and he's drawn the first ball.
Oh, it's Cheltenham, the one that I think
Town,
people were. Yep, Cheltenham Town.
So it's a long drive, is Cheltenham. It's actually a bloody long drive.
Telling me.
Man City.
Oh, that's a nice money spinner. That's a good money spinner for them. Hopefully they'll do virtual tickets, because you know what? They'll have seen what Marine had done. And if you think about it, Marine have made a lot of money, but there's a ton of clubs above them, below them, that are really struggling to finance. And it's taken, hopefully Spurs can set an example, although, and then someone from Liverpool can come along and say, apparently it was all Liverpool fans that were buying all the tickets.
So you broke up the last bit there. Didn't quite catch that.
Apparently, some guy on Twitter said it was mostly Liverpool fans buying those tickets. I'm like, bollocks.
Okay. No. Yeah, I
I'd be surprised if it was.
Well,
I'd be very surprised if it was.
Yeah.
Manchester United have just been drawn out.
Yeah, AFC Bournemouth against Crawley Town as well before that.
Nice one for Crawley there.
Well,
Manchester United versus Liverpool. Imagine that.
Nice little.
Imagine that.
Actually, I see Crawley. So Sussex versus Southampton. That's Hampshire, isn't it?
It is.
No,
Hampshire,
it's Dorset. It's AFC Bournemouth.
Bournemouth. AFC Bournemouth.
Yeah, Dorset. Yeah, Dorset versus Sussex. Oh, Southampton versus Arsenal.
Arsenal. There we go.
Sorry. Southampton / Shrewsbury Town versus Arsenal. Whoever, when Southampton get through.
If
unless Shrewsbury
But
do
you
something
kind of
like
expect them to, don't you?
yeah.
Barnsley, Norwich. And everyone remember that we're ball number 4.
Okay.
And ball number 3 comes out. I was lucky. Chorley Town it is.
Oh, Chorley.
And who they got? Number 5. There.
Oh,
Wolverhampton Wanderers.
Yeah.
Oh, that's where it came. Where's Trolley anyway?
I have no idea actually.
Chorley Town. I think it's near Manchester. I think Chorley.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Ah.
I'm not sure. I'll have to check. I don't personally know.
Oh, that will explain it then. Millwall, Bristol City. I really don't like Millwall.
Yeah, but they don't care. Remember.
That's what they say.
Oh, Brighton.
Brighton and Hove Albion take on number 30. That is Blackpool.
Oh, the Battle of the Seaside Towns.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Seaside Derby if you want.
Number 18, which is Wickham.
Oh, Wickham Wanderers, my 3rd team. So in theory should have been. Shouldn't have.
Number 4.
Way!
Yes!
Get in! Oh, my 2 teams are playing against each other one more time. We played it a couple of years ago.
I remember us playing them. I think at home. Was it 2017?
Mm-hmm.
Or 2017? And we were cheering because we did really badly. And then we scored the last minute. And my glasses broke. It was pandemonium. Suddenly, someone said to my glasses. I was like, "Fucking hell!" It was just bonkers. They always grab everyone. The chairboys, aren't they? The funny thing is, I've actually
The chairboys, yeah.
Is it Wickham? I think what it is because I've been to that factory where they actually make those chairs, and they were sponsoring. I think it was Roy. I think Laurie Sanchez was their manager at the time, wasn't it? Laurie Sanchez. He signed some guy, Roy, whatever, and they knocked out Arsenal or something, some crap like that.
But
Chelsea.
yeah, I think
Chelsea
we played them a couple of years ago, didn't we? And Chelsea Luton.
Chelsea Luton, yeah.
And that was a ding dong of a game, wasn't it? If memory serves me right.
Yeah. They had that massive unit. What was his name? Was that absolutely huge guy?
Adebayo Akinfenwa.
That's the one.
Yeah, and he was like, and they were literally like, they were trying everything, and they were literally bouncing off him.
We were 2-1 down. I think we're 3-2 down going into the last 5 minutes of that game, and we somehow managed to turn it around to win 4-3, if I remember rightly.
Yeah, it was bonkers. I remember that's why my glasses broke as a result.
Yeah, that was. I've seen the video of you going into the Tottenham pubs after that game. I think.
That wasn't me. That wasn't me.
Of course, Everton Sheffield Wednesday finishes a draw. So the 4th round
draws done.
Yeah, the 4th round, as you can see at the bottom of the screen, everyone. We have been drawn away to Wickham Wanderers, Adams Park. I'm not quite sure what the new name is because I'm sure it's sponsored. But Adams Park is how I remember it.
Well, hold on, the virtual tickets though, because that's what a good. That's like an hour and 20 minutes, hour and 15 minutes. Yeah, you go to Junction. Yeah, you go up to Junction 25, then up, then down 5. Down was it? Down to Junction.
It's a good hour and a bit, yeah.
Hour and 10 minutes, hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah,
it is quite a long trek from London. Yes, that's true.
Well, it's a long trek from you, not for the people. Those of us who drive, ain't much of a trek. For those of us who have to catch a lift, yeah.
Well, I suppose, I mean, us two here, we're South Coast now. Whereas there's one guy still living up in the edge, isn't it?
One hell of a drive.
Yeah, it's a crazy one.
Wickham isn't that far.
Well,
it's all good.
That'll hopefully make some money for Wickham are League 1 or League 2 now?
Championship now.
The Championship. Oh, that's really good.
The Championship, yeah.
Just kind of struggling in the Championship a little bit. They have a very mixed record.
They yo-yo between Championship and League 1, don't they? They tend to
yo-yo between. This is the first time they've been in the Championship.
Really, I always think they're being League 1 for some reason.
They have been League 1 for a long time because they I can't remember who brought them up. But they're League 1 for.
I'm sure it was Martin O'Neill brought them up. Martin O'Neill back in the day. I'm sure it was he brought them up.
Martin O'Neill, he was a manager. He didn't bring up to League 1, did he? can't remember, but we kind of yo-yo between League One and League Two, and then eventually got up to the Championship last season. But I'm pleased for that one. There's only like three teams I look out for really. Wickham, obviously, because that's where my mum's from. Nottingham Forest, because that was my dad's team. Portsmouth, because I live down here now, and obviously Spurs, because that's where I kind of grew up. So
you know what I look out for sometimes? I'll look out for Leyton Orient sometimes because I went to school near there. And if Enfield Town ever somehow managed to do well in the FA Cup, which is unlikely, but or Harrogate Borough, then those are the obviously being a local boy, those are two teams I've looked out for.
Yeah. How about you, Bill? Any other teams you kind of like look out for as opposed to
Halifax Town?
Halifax. That's nice.
Halifax Town, Bournemouth, AFC Bournemouth, and for Spurs. So I've lived quite a few places, but lived in Bournemouth.
I love Bournemouth.
Lived in Southampton, but it doesn't mean I support them.
I did like Bournemouth. I remember I went down to. They were really friendly. They don't seem to, although maybe because it was really fun because I went paddleboarding in near Sandbanks.
Yeah, Sandbanks.
And then I basically just to say thank you to the guys that took me out paddleboarding. I said, I said, look, I ain't got my change on me, so look, here's a couple of quid. So I'll change. He goes, oh, that's great. We can go get ice cream. And I'm like, I know that ain't much of a tip. Fucking hell. And they're like, no, seriously, we're going to go get ice cream. And they like
always happy in Bournemouth, yeah.
They were actually really happy. They weren't being sarcastic, and I actually genuinely thought they were being sarky. Yeah.
Sandbanks is where Harry's from. Harry Redknapp lives down by Sandbanks.
Yeah, apparently he doesn't like people trying. He doesn't like people trying to go past his place, trying to
he doesn't. He's got a restaurant near where he used to live, down the road. He's got like a Italian restaurant in the middle of Pool, and it's always booked. I don't know why.
No, okay.
Nice. Yeah, because I went to where did I stay? Because I stayed. I stayed in Poole because there's an event centre, the Poole Lighthouse. Something it's like an event centre.
Lighthouse. That's where they have like a lot of the bands or events or shows at the Lighthouse.
We went there, but then we went to. Where's the after party we went to? That was in a place called Aruba.
Oh yeah, Aruba maybe.
My pretty mama to
Oh, blimey. Well, it's about 15 or 10 seconds until the fifth round draw commences.
Yeah. So, countdown.
Yeah, there are some interesting ties already, aren't there? Notably, Wickham Spurs one because that one's just piqued my interest.
Man,
really.
Liverpool, that's gonna be hilarious. So
that would be, yeah.
You can say, can you actually do bets on who's going to dive first, Fernandez or Salah? I don't know why he's laughing at that. I don't know why.
Salah.
See, oh no! So who the sniper shoots first? Sorry, who the sniper shoots first? It's not a diver. It's sniper shot.
I was going to say. Right, fifth round draw. That is the only standout game, though, isn't it? I guess if you want to look for big teams, but Manchester United, Liverpool. But I'm looking at
Man City. Man City will be fantastic because that's a
big game.
That is a real shot on the arm. Cheltenham, they League One.
I'm not sure.
Yes, they are. I think they are, if I remember rightly.
Because I remember we played them one time, and then basically people had to say well, they know Cheltenham because of the race course. And that's it, because that's all they knew them for.
Yeah, Cheltenham.
And then they had to explain, we're a genuine club, and because people go to Cheltenham, because they tend to go more to Bristol for stuff.
It's like Bristol Rovers, Bristol City. Cheltenham's quite small place.
So it's meant to be like the posh bit though.
It is compared to Bristol.
Although Bristol's meant to be quite a foodie destination apparently. There's like loads of food restaurants down there.
Yeah, it's nice. Not when you're trying to find the game or the stadium. They're not very friendly.
I
want to see Bournemouth in the second division there.
I do remember coming. I don't remember because there's 2 main stations in Bristol. I remember that, and I remember coming out and I saw this really impressive building, and then someone told me that's an MOD building, and some architectural geek was actually just saw it and started taking pictures, and you're not allowed to take pictures at the time. You weren't allowed to take
Liverpool
pictures of it.
versus
Man United, Liverpool versus Stockport, West Ham, or Doncaster. So that's a good home game for either of them. We're born number 10, by the way.
Stockport's up in the northwest, isn't it? Yeah, it's near
Manchester.
Stockport's Manchester, yeah.
And Doncaster's where Danny Rose is from. So
yeah,
Danny Rose's hometown.
I've actually been to both Stockport and Doncaster.
Yeah, I've been to Doncaster.
I've only been to Stockport because of the airports there.
Yeah.
I just go there for training, so I ain't been there since. What was it? I think because I went there the day before the Everton game. You know, one you and I were at, Chris, the one at Goodison, and
yes.
then so I was So I ain't been up north since actually because so busy, and then obviously this whole year, whole of last year was just. I mean,
no, it's understandable.
Yeah, I would have gone up to was it because I remember Debs had that thing, didn't she? But I couldn't go up that weekend.
Yeah, that's true. That's when is this? Oh, Everton or Sheffield Wednesday versus Wickham or Tottenham.
Everton, so that's an interesting tie actually. That is a good tie.
Yeah.
I mean, on paper, Everton are going to be favourites for that one. On paper, we're going to.
Wednesday play good football, so yeah, could be a good game if we get Sheffield Wednesday.
Oh, Wednesday! Didn't Wednesday have some problem? They got dogs points on for going to administration or something. They've got some real
last season, yeah.
Not last season. Okay, it's not this season. So they survived. They're still in their.
They survived. Yeah. I'm quite sure it was last season.
No.
I think that's it for the draw. I think that's it. Is that it? I don't know.
Yeah, the draw's all completed now. So we've got interesting ties there. Very interesting.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Yeah, Cheltenham, Man City, Bournemouth, Crawley, Swansea against Nottingham Forest. Of course, Manchester United, Liverpool. Southampton or Shrewsbury versus Arsenal.
Barnsley, Norwich. I know it pains me to say it, but I would love a mate of mine. He's from Shrewsbury, and
Joe Hart's hometown.
Joe Hart,
he's from Shrewsbury. Yeah.
I asked him about that. I asked him. I said, you know what? They always knew that he was going to be like the one kid that walked straight to the top.
Such a small, yeah.
And they literally loaded that contract when they sold him. Well, I have so many bonuses. If he does this, you get this. He gets this many caps or whatever. So they knew he was going to do really well.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Although they couldn't foresee Pep Guardiola, that was one thing that kind of took the air out of the time.
I need a sweeper keeper, he said.
Yeah.
And he's still looking, really.
I'm just thinking, what did you think of his performance? He didn't have much to do against Marine.
I'm sure I saw him sitting down on the advertising boards at one point.
He did, yeah. At one point, they were just kind of chilling with I was going to say the fans, but the people behind in that stand.
It's a nightclub behind there.
That's what I don't get, right? When Dele Alli fell over, right? So Sonny was laughing, Reggie was laughing, Bale was laughing, unless you're saying you got a yellow card there for diving. But Tongi and Dombele were really pissed off at him for some reason. I don't know why that was.
Oh, missed that one.
Place.
He's like, you fall over, you take my place.
Valencia interested in Harry Winks on loan, apparently.
Valencia?
Yeah, on loan deal, but this is Sky Sports News, isn't it? We don't know.
Well, yeah, I'm about as likely to trust Sky Sports News as I am the Daily Star. So actually, that's disrespectful to the Daily Star, actually. But no, it's like thing is that for us to replace him, we'd have to get another, not only homegrown, we'd have to get another club trained player to take his place.
Yeah.
So I just so unlikely. And if he didn't, and let's say he does go, that means Dele Alli has you're gonna say, well, look, he goes, so do I, because I want to play for England too.
Mm.
So I think it's just a non-starter. It just
Yeah,
I
a
think
lot of
it's
these rumours are. We need players in instead of out.
Mm.
I mean, don't get me wrong,
Exactly.
I'm not. I think he's kind of. I don't think he's ever recovered from that injury against. Johnny hurt his ankle against Burnley or something, the advertising hoarding or something. I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it's like that. Like phantom wounds or phantom arm or something. I think he's got that phantom injury. He just is playing that little bit below than he should be. Yeah, because he's not consciously, but just subconsciously. Because I think the talent's there, but he's playing a little bit within himself.
Yeah. Yeah, it has been really. Yeah, it's just needs a bit. Well, yeah, I suppose that's more of a confidence thing as well, isn't it? Just needs to get it out of him, and then should be back to his normal self.
Well, I had that as well. I was going to go for that run. Was it Sunday? And I didn't. Because I was like, because sometimes you think, oh shit, it's cold, or oh shit, what if I don't do it? And then you put pressure on yourself. It's a real mental. Like I said, all footballers not only have to be physically incredibly capable, but they're actually so mentally capable as well.
Yeah,
And
it's both.
I remember it was at Mickey Hazard. We did an interview with him one time, and he said, "Look, you got to be at all levels, no matter how old you are, how young you are. If you have a bad performance, put it out of your head. If you have a good performance, put it out of your head." And literally, it was more mental that he said, about believing in yourself and your talent than anything else, more than any physical attributes. If you can believe in your ability, that will give you an extra yard of pace, that extra power in your shot.
Yeah, true. You spoke a lot of sense.
Well, no, I did that last bit. I made that last bit up, but still. But it was about belief in talent, though. And he said one thing that always impressed me was the fact that, because I never thought of that as well, but he just said, like, this is when we were signing a lot of players at the time, and I was like, Oliver Skip, should he be worried? And he goes, look, all players that get signed have come from an academy. All the best players, Messi, Xavi, Iniesta, Ronaldo, have all gone through the academy process. And they had to see players coming in, and they had to basically take those guys' names. So, I don't know, you got players like, what was it, Alfie Devine? Was it Dwayne? What's his name? Dane Scarlett?
Dane Scarlett,
yeah.
Yeah.
Bum, 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 bum. I'm sorry. When I'm going to name Scarlett, I'm sorry. Giving away my
Shows
age.
your age, though, man. Shows your age, blood.
I wasn't. The show wasn't on when I was a kid, right? I saw the repeats. So I wasn't on the first time round. I'm showing my locality rather than my actual age. If you want to show my age, it'll be Terrorhawks, okay? Terrorhawks with age. All right.
Yeah, we've got a lot of decent youngsters coming through, and it was good that a few of them were able to showcase the talent. Jack Clark, I know he got a bit of a run out. I thought you played all right. Did what you had to do yesterday, and with a bit of luck, he would have had a goal or two, wouldn't he? And
I was going to say, did you watch that Newport game, by the way? Any of you watch that Newport game?
West Ham Newport.
No, Newport.
Newport.
No,
yes, the penalties.
Yeah. Do you know what I didn't understand? Why did Newport, who are a league side, have a worse pitch than Marine? It looked like their pitch was a lot more worse.
Exactly, it was just cut up.
Because they play rugby on it as well.
Is that what it is?
Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's where is it Newport Gwent Dragons or something play?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Something I can't remember what the name is, but I just meshed 4 or 5 different clubs there. I do apologise to all Newport fans, but yeah, I think it's Newport Gwent Dragons.
Oh yeah, do you know what Newport? Our little demographic of Newport was so big, and it's just went.
But I mean, Marine's pitch, although it looked fantastic on TV, I mean, watching the ball run along, you could just see it bouncing and bouncing as it's whether the players were able to control it. Well, I'm surprised they actually were able to control it as well as they did, really. But I mean,
it's quite windy as well. The wind conditions as well. I mean, like Harvey White wasn't able to land his free kicks or corners, but it was so windy and blustery. I mean, it's so hard to gauge how windy it's going to be. It's like you'd have to be like a golf pro or something. Do you know when they? Gauge it all, and it was very because he'll never play in that kind of environment before, I don't think. And tell you what, he impressed me because he's a real, honestly, he is what Mourinho likes in our players to be, an intelligent, you know.
Yeah.
He likes to.
It's a family show, everyone. So yeah.
No, all I'm saying, if you watch Amazon, you can watch it. They bleep it out, okay?
Yeah.
But you can clearly tell. Say what he's clearly, intelligent bleep. But, he does put a tackle in though. For someone who's meant to be a playmaker, I don't know if this is this the new thing about playmakers. They have to be able to put in tackles. I think it's just players now. You can't just get away with being this kind of player. You've got to be able to put on a shift defensively.
Put a shift in, yeah. I think the idea now is like playmakers are now more box to box kind of players. So I guess they're going to have to like know how to tackle and hold their own.
Exactly.
Which is why the rumours about Eriksen coming back. First, I don't think that's actually true, and secondly, he wouldn't actually fit into the Mourinho type of player. He wouldn't.
I just don't see how it works, though. I just don't see how it works. The guy barely plays for Inter Milan, so he's short on match fitness. He probably is low on confidence. That's not a good. He's on high wages. He's on really good wages as well. I just don't see what benefit there is to us to sign him. There's just nothing. Would I take him over Lucas? Yes, I would take him over Lucas. But for me, Mourinho likes Lucas. He does. He's one of those people. I love how Mourinho said, "You know what? I wanted to sign Lucas when I was at Real Madrid." I'm like, well, why didn't you then?
That's at his peak. He was at his peak then. Lucas was. He was the one.
Yeah.
Him and Aurier were at their peak at PSG.
Actually, was it Man United? Man United wanted him as well. Alex Ferguson wanted him as well. Alex Ferguson wanted him.
He did, yeah. That was when he was like 18 or 19. In Ferguson.
Yeah.
He had that really good game for Brazil or something, and everyone was like really raving about his talent. And he is talented, but he just has he's very much a heads down, like literally no clue what's going on around him.
No vision. He hasn't got the vision really. He's good, yeah.
He's good.
He's
good
playmakers.
Past him because as that back heel showed, he's good if you're running past him in the other direction, but like just sideways. He's very much his vision is very much this way, whatever. But he has no concept of what's on the other side of him. It's very, very limited. Yeah, but I can see us moving him on and Lamella probably because Lamella's just so injury prone. And Lucas, I think he does like him. He does like him, and I don't know. We've seen that Vinicius thing yesterday. That was they showed that pictures about his story about his mum, and that was just that was so sweet. Like, he goes, I'd score goals. My mum was showing them. When she died, I lost my desire to score goals because who could I share them with? And it was just so human. And I don't, like I said, and obviously, I don't know whether they're going to pay the 40 million to sign him. I'm doubtful, but I think Levy likes a bargain. He could probably bargain them down. So look, he hasn't really done it.
Half price there.
I'll throw in some Skywalk, tickets. You know what I mean? As many pictures as you want.
Well, that walk is pricey, man. So yeah, that would be a good deal for him.
I do like that bit. You know that they're up there, and you're one of the players like doing all one of the way, like jumping up and down. And you've got absolutely shitting it.
True, man.
No, my radio's not working. My radio's not working. And that's like, he's lying. His radio is working.
Oh. Well, for everyone just tuning in, the draw has been made for the 4th and the 5th rounds, and the 4th round we are drawn against Wickham Wanderers. That will be taking place in the last week of January. I think it's between the 22nd and the 25th, that weekend. And if we get through that one, then there's a chance of taking on Everton in the All-Premiership tie, or we go to Hillsborough to take on Sheffield Wednesday. And that will be on the 10th. I think between the 10th and the 13th of February, if I remember rightly. So the FA Cup just kind of like being squashed into 2 games in the space of 4 weeks, really. So
hopefully none of those players go to Dubai, or where did those 2 players go? Was it Dubai, or where do they go to?
I think it was Dubai, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, do well for some chilling out apparently, and come back with coronavirus. So
No.
yeah,
I
that's
know
all clever,
they,
isn't
they were told to isolate too, so I didn't realize they actually had coronavirus. That's oh god, that's nasty. Oh god,
But,
you can imagine Jeanette Cranky's gonna be absolutely pissed about that now.
but,
For those foreign viewers who don't know what that means, basically don't bother watching. I don't know what show they were even on, but it wasn't very good. So yeah,
yeah, what show were they on? Can't remember
I
the
have no
Crankies,
idea.
but
Because there was the Crankies and there was another show they were on. I can't remember.
but no.
Oh, well,
But
and
that was late 80s.
do you know what? Who knows? Given their past, they may have an OnlyFans, which I have no idea. Which I don't want any part of. I have no idea where you went with that one. I'm sorry, I have no idea where you went with that one.
I'm surprised you even. I bet you actually do know, but but FA Cup, the fourth round. You reckon we get past Wickham?
We should do.
We should do. I mean, like, I don't know. Obviously, is that Akim? What's his name? Akim? Oh, I can't pronounce his name. Yes, that guy, the big guy. I don't know if he's still. Was he still playing for them now, or he must have like a strength of 100 or something? Is he strength of 100 or something? Some ridiculous. He's obviously a lot. He's obviously a lot slower now. Man is just ridiculous. I mean, the man is just ridiculously huge. No, it'll be interesting. We'll stop play West Ham in about 20 odd minutes.
Yeah.
So no, that'll be interesting. I definitely, I'm trying to think of the players I can remember from Wickham Wanderers. Really, some players that can.
There's quite a few that I think would have moved on, but Akinfenwa is one that just sticks in my head because just how happy he was when they got promoted to the Championship. He was the highlight of the day. Let's just put it that way. And
yeah, he was. I mean, he's a big Liverpool fan apparently. Him and Jurgen Klopp are like texting buddies or something.
Something like that, yeah.
So yeah,
I imagine Klopp would have given him a congratulations.
I'm trying to think who Wickham players I can think of. I mean, I want to say Muzzy is it, but he didn't play for Wickham. I'm sure there's a
Muzzy is it? I don't think.
I'm sure there are a few players that have come from Wickham and they've done reasonably well in the Premier League. Mine's drawing a blank.
Well, Eddie Howe's from Wickham.
All I can think of are the managers that have left Wickham and done well in the Premiership, like John Gregory, Martin O'Neill. I want to think of his managers, but I can't think of any players.
I can't think of
Eddie Howe was born in Wickham, so his hometown club, but he never played for them.
Anyway, guys, I've got to shoot. But yeah. So, Chris, where can they find you on the socials? We might as well do this. I'm going to forget.
Yeah, social media. I'm on Twitter and Instagram. Twitter, I am at Crisandro_. That'll be me. And also sign up to the Tots Up on Twitter. That'll be our group's page.
We're also on Instagram as well. We're on Instagram as well. Instagram.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, the Tots Up on Instagram.
We're on there, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Bill, you want people to find you?
If you want to find me on Twitter, it's Wings of Feathers on Twitter, and on Instagram it's Fun Loving Male.
He sure is. He sure is. And YouTube's?
Yep, I am the Real Shubon on Twitter. Some funny thing happened. I went down to Redemption Beer, and I gave they had some bottles of beer for me left over, and I gave them a hat, and they thanked me, but they thanked the wrong Shubon. There's actually a guy. There's a guy called at Shubon, but they thanked him, and he's literally
he's not real.
He's not real. It's some bot.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and I had to say, like, by the way, that isn't me, but thank you for tagging him. You know, but so I'm the Real Shubon.
He gets all applauded.
You can find I hope you will find us sometimes find me on the supplement on Facebook, and that's it. I do have an Instagram. I'm not sharing it out, and like I said, but like I said, hopefully it's been good. Hopefully, do we have a few minutes to talk about Fulham, or do you guys need to shoot? Because I need to. Do you guys want to talk about Fulham, or come and shoot off now?
Yeah, we were talking a little bit about Fulham. I just want on the strip bit below. The Aston Villa game has been postponed because of is it coronavirus at Aston Villa?
Yes.
I think they've had some massive outbreak. They've had some
I
massive
haven't really
outbreak.
read the whole article, but it says due to coronavirus.
They've had a massive outbreak, and they've got no first team squad, and they've had to isolate now for 2 weeks. So I think the outbreak was reported on last Wednesday. So it's
It's why they played their kids against Liverpool.
Yes, it's like Newcastle. I think Newcastle given a buy of 2 games, something, while they were trying to get the players back. And I think it was 2 games. That 2 games was postponed. I think for Newcastle.
Not too sure.
I know they had a game postponed though. I remember they had at least 1 game postponed.
They've had 1 game,
so
I know that.
What about Fulham?
Fulham had a couple of games, and Man City have had that game against Fulham postponed. So if they had postponed the Villa game without any kind of recourse, we would have had 3 games to schedule. So it's a good job that they moved the Fulham home game, which was postponed a few weeks back, to take the place of the Villa game.
It makes sense, doesn't it? It does make sense. They've had their game postponed. It just fits in quite well. It's unlucky for Fulham in terms of the fact that they played a much stronger team on the Sunday than they would have wanted to, because I think they had a local derby. They played QPR, didn't they? It was a local derby, didn't it?
They did, yeah.
They played QPR,
yeah. So, but you know what? It's one I think it's. I know it sounds a bit harsh, but they are literally making this shit up as it goes along. I don't know where they got their idea from. The whole idea of leadership as it go along.
Well, by the looks of it, I think they got idea from social media, because a lot of us were actually talking about, well, why don't we just play Fulham then? And then suddenly it was like, we got breaking news, we're going to play Fulham instead of Aston Villa. It's like, okay, someone's been reading the fan team pages. But
it does remind me of like one time, was it Lucas? The Brazil team were using our training facilities, and Lucas just happened to be there, and then they thought, oh yeah, you're Brazilian. Yeah, we'll call you up. I swear to God, it seemed like that. It's like he never caught up again. He just happened to be there.
It's true.
And they probably thought, oh yeah, you're Brazilian. Yeah, you want in.
That's how it did feel, actually. I don't remember that. Yeah. So we'll be playing Fulham on the Wednesday, and well, this is going to be a good FA Cup, hopefully. We play Wickham in the 4th round, and if we get past that, I don't Everton or Sheffield Wednesday. So, well, if there's anything else for anybody, let's wrap it up here, and look forward to Wednesday, eh?
Bring on Wednesday.
Come on, you Spurs. Take care.
Take care.